NewsX has accessed exclusive surveillance video showing how the Indian Army has foiled a major infiltration raid along the international border in the core area of Aknoor in Jammu district. The video shows a group of 4 terrorists trying to infiltrate into the Indian side. However, the army, ever on alert, foiled the bid in which one terrorist was neutralized and his body was then later dragged to Pakistan by the other terrorists. You can of course see the footage, that very exclusive video on your screens, viewers. Meanwhile, the Pakistan army has of course provided cover fire to the terrorists, which was of course retaliated by the Indian side. The firing lasted for a whole night. After that, Pakistan had set fire to the vegetation on its side to divert attention of the Indian forces. Meanwhile, with us on the broadcast, of course, to give us more updates regarding this very exclusive piece of information that he has accessed for us is my colleague and our Jammu Bureau Chief Ajay Jandal. Ajay, over to you. What can you tell our viewers about this visual clip that we are showing them and what we can see in this exclusive video that has been accessed?
Well, see, this video clearly exposes Pakistan once again, that how Pakistan basically, who always cry that we want peace, we want things to be sorted by with our neighboring country, India. But in reality, what Pakistan is doing, that is once again exposed in this video, that Pakistan army, they are continuously trying to push the terrorists and to disturb peace over here in the Jammu and Kashmir. Yesterday, we have shown the world that how how the Pakistan basically, they are continuously trying to push in terrorists over here in the Jammu and Kashmir by sheltering these terrorists in the nearby houses on the fenced area. This is the new plan of Pakistan, and in this exclusive video accessed by the NewsX, that can be seen that how a group of terrorists, 4 terrorists, they were trying to basically infiltrate to this side, and Pakistan army, those who were sitting in their bunkers across the fence area, they opened fire, and the Indian army forces, when they were trying to stop and foil this nefarious attempt of these terrorists, and all 4 terrorists, those who were trying to infiltrate, they were pushed back. 1 terrorist was gunned down by the forces, and other 3 terrorists, though among 2 were injured, and they were seen dragging the body of a killed terrorist towards their side, so that he cannot be captured here or recovered here by the Indian forces, so that Pakistan once again will not be exposed. So this is the plan of Pakistan, but again our forces, they have shown their bravery, and once again they have in a tough circumstances, because it's a chilling weather here in the Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen that how they have neutralized the terrorists in Rajouri, Poonch sector, where Pakistan is continuously trying to revive the terrorism. And this time, when they were trying to infiltrate to this side, it was this attempt even has been foiled by the Indian army troopers, and 1 terrorist has been gunned down, and other 3 that were pushed back towards the Pakistan side. Unfortunately, once again, what have seen that Pakistan again and again trying to give shelter to these terrorists, even when our Indian army troops, they were foiling this attempt. Pakistani army soldiers, they opened fire on the Indian position, they opened fire on the Indian army troops, those who were foiling that attempt.
Indeed, Ajay, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, and of course, taking our viewers through this exclusive piece of information that we have accessed for them. But joining us on the broadcast is Colonel Shivdan Singh, who is a defense expert, and also Group Captain VN Jha, defense expert. Again, I'd like to pose my very first question to Colonel Shivdan Singh. Sir, of course, Pakistan trying to ferment terror in Jammu and Kashmir. They are leaving no stone unturned to do this, but our brave forces on the border are in fact retaliating, and they are thwarting the nefarious attempts by the Pakistan establishment to create chaos in India. Is it time for the Pak regime to pay, because we have tolerated them for decades now?
You see, since very, very long, since 80s, you can say that Pakistan army is doing this terrorism in J&K. The same time they tried in Punjab also through Khalistani elements, and now since 80s they are trying in J&K, but they will not be successful. And now after seeing the terrorism and the bits of Pakistan, ISI, like Abhi, few days back, they have attacked an army convoy. All these activities shows that Pakistan army again wants to sort of start off this terrorism in J&K in full scale. So, like we have given them a lesson in the past, like Balakot and Uri sector retaliation we have shown, same thing we should do. At least the terrorist camps which are located near border, they should be destroyed by Indian army in the vicinity of the IB. So it is high time that India should retaliate in a more aggressively and furiously.
Indeed, sir, aptly put. And I'd also like to take my viewers through what exactly can be seen in the video that we have in fact accessed for all of them. Before I hop across to Group Captain Jha, who's been waiting with us rather patiently. Right here on the big video wall, you can of course see this video that we have accessed for all of our viewers. You can see 4 targets, one of which was neutralized. The first target highlighted right over here. There is the second target highlighted here, the third here, and the fourth over here. Remember, viewers, one of these targets was, of course, neutralized, and the other 3 terrorists had dragged the neutralized target back to Pakistan. Remember, we are also, in fact, tracking news and updates. In fact, even as my colleague Ajay was telling us that Pakistani army had provided cover fire to these terrorists that had attempted to infiltrate India. So, of course, Group Captain Jha, do you think it is a coordinated, nefarious attempt, of course, with the hand of the Pakistani army involved in it? Group Captain Jha, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Piyu, my salute to the Indian Army on the frontiers. They have been doing everything possible that can be done. But I'm slightly unhappy with the higher echelons. How long should we remain reactive? Pakistan or China will do something somewhere, and they always find the spots of their choice. And then we tend to react to it. How long? Look, PM Modi has been telling the entire nation that we need to come out of the shackles of the English rule. But where will the mentality? When will the mentality of Indian armed forces? I'm not talking of the Indian army. I'm talking of the Indian armed forces change. From reacting, we have to be proactive. We have to create a situation on the border where our enemy will have to respond. They should be, finding a way and means of reacting it. How long we will continue reacting? And this Akhnur, Poonch sector, Rajouri sector is not new. This year alone, there have been 5 attacks on the Indian army. 5 attacks on Indian army, and we have not retaliated inside Pakistani territory. No, this is something what goes against the ethics that was told to us in 2019 when we had done the Balakot. That time it was told that Indian army has been given a free hand to do whatever they want. But then, is it Indian army which is not choosing the spot of a proactive attack? Or is it that the hands of the Indian armed forces are somewhere being held? Maybe because that is the usual tendency in a democracy, that whenever it comes to the international escalations of violence or the attack, usually government of the day, they have the last say in that, when to start this. So I think this is the time when we have, in this year itself, we have, our army have been confronting all those infiltration, and the casualty on our side. This time 4, the 5th one is in the critical stage. The last time there were 5 casualties. Before that, in that Bhimbar Gali, there were another 4 or 5 people who were martyred. We can't tolerate this view. This is the time Government of India, Minister of Defense must decide that yes, let us be proactive, whether it is Pakistan or it is China. China does the intrusion and then we react. So let us find a ways and means of creating a situation where our enemies or adversaries, they crawl to respond. They have to find a way to react to it. Not Indian Army. We have faced it too long. And I fully agree with Shivdanji, who has said that Indian Army has done phenomenal vigilance. They have been very, very proactive. And again, I salute our Indian Army who are facing all these on that position. One more thing, Pia. Look, we know there are the places of infiltration all along the LOC. There are launch pads. Of late, some of the launch pads have been merged into some civilian locality as well. But please do draw lessons from somewhere else. Islamic Jihad is well trained in all this. You see the Hamas doing in Gaza and Israel. They have built the tunnel. And we, Indian Army, has also faced that earlier Pakistani terrorists have infiltrated within our border through a small tunnel or something of that sort. When will we, shall we learn this lesson? That tunnel may be opening in open, maybe opening in the jungle, or maybe opening within some of the inhabitation, maybe a mosque or something else. What? The jihadists are well experienced into it. So please be proactive, please keep our eyes open, and these decisions have to be taken on the higher echelons, where proactively we must look for those tunnels, we must look for all those spots where the terrorists are waiting on the other side, and be proactive. Kill them in their holes itself. Kill those rats in their own rat holes. This is the time when we must be proactive, and I only can wish Indian Armed Forces that please be proactive, let the enemies react and not we, Priya.
Indeed, and Colonel Shivdan Singh, on that note, would you concur with what Group Captain Jha has to say? Is it time to strike Pakistan while the iron is hot?
He is very right. He is very correct. I have already said that at least the terrorist camps which are located in the vicinity of Ivy should be destroyed by Indian Army. And this much, if Pakistan is doing so much of infiltration in Indian territory, then why not Indian Army? Indian Army should show that we are a stronger army, and if you dare to do any of this type of act of infiltration or sending terrorists under the cover of army fire, then we will teach you a lesson. And now this is a clear-cut example, sort of this thing, that how Pakistan army is supporting the terrorists. If they were doing cover fire to take the body up back into this thing and hold right, Pakistan army has fired on Indian army. It shows that Pakistan army, how much Pakistan army is helping the terrorists when they say that they are not doing anything of this type. But this is a clear proof that Pakistan army is fully involved in terrorism in J&K. And all terrorists are trained by Pakistan army and ISI, and they are sent to launch pads. So before they come to Indian territory, let's destroy them in launch pad itself.
Indeed, it is time to in fact give a befitting reply.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.